Hey guys, Cynicuk here today, and today Overprime have dropped a bombshell. They have released their new website for the quote-unquote new Overprime, which will be releasing on Steam. Again, we have no information still in regards to when that is, but we're getting new information. We get to see the roster that will be available for the showcase that's happening tomorrow. Again, we do not know if this is going to be the Steam release roster, so we just have to wait to see if they add any more. But I like the fact that they've trimmed down the size of the character pool just so they can focus specifically on a smaller pool, so they can get everything working, everything balanced, and then obviously once they fine-tune everything, they can add on more characters down the line, which I think is a good approach. So I will leave in the description below a link to the website or a link to the Discord. You can go to the Discord and find out more information, but you can come to the website and you can check out what the website offers. It offers you characters, it offers you lore, lots of media, etc, etc. Talks a little bit about Overprime. So let's get into the first character that I'm interested in checking out. The first character we're going to be looking at is Iria, Muriel in your guys' eyes. So you have basic attack, left mouse button, then you have R&B, throws a holy crystal that grants shields and movement speed to ally heroes. The RRQ, Nemesis, is really interesting. Summons an enormous lightning bolt ahead, increases movement speed of allies in range, and decreases movement speed of enemies. This to me kind of like, I mean, in my eyes, reading that, it looks like it's basically like you shoot a lightning bolt in front of you, anyone within a close proximity of you will gain movement speed. Again, we don't know how much, and also it will slow enemies within that, also AoE. Don't know how much, again, that's going to debuff them for, but this seems really interesting, and I actually can't wait to see how this actually works in game. Then you have Glow Light, installs a plasma shield in a specific location. The shield explodes after a set time, granting a shield to allies and damaging and stunning them. So basically it works like Fault, but you have to wait for the shield to explode before you get the shield, and also before it does obviously before it does the damage, and also applying the stun. Whereas in Fault, you press E, you gain a shield, and then when the shield pops, you gain another shield where it refreshes the current shield. But also if you land 2 auto attacks on a target, it will root that target, and it also does damage. The R, I will be with you, is basically the same as it was in Paragon, but in regards to distance, you pick a character and then you fly to them, slam down, and push them up in the sky. Sorry, same as Fault. And I'm really interested to see how they work with the targeting on this character, because it seems like Fault kind of have issues with it, and also Predecessor have slight issues with the targeting as well. Let's get into the next character. Cynthia is next on our list, or as you guys know her as, FaZe. So I'm interested to play FaZe because none of the current Paragon remakes have FaZe, and this is the first time we get to see her. So she has an LMB with basic attack and R&B synchronizer, where she links to an ally, and then when she casts it again, it pulls that ally towards her. She has a flash, which so her and her link target will have a flash / damaging ability in a small AoE, I'm guessing. I hope that this is a dark flashbang, not a light flashbang, meaning that you don't want a CSGO flashbang on your screen for X amount of time. You want like a darkish one, so you don't get your eyes burned out in one game of playing against a FaZe. Light flux, which is basically the same as it is in Paragon. You do a beam of light, which then hits a target, and after a certain amount of time, their movement will be stopped when enough damage is secured. Supercharge increases attack and movement speed of both heroes while connected to an ally hero, and provides various additional buffs. Interested to see what these various additional buffs are. Probably just damage orientated, or maybe cooldown reduction related. I guess we'll wait to see. And then the next character we're interested in is Scud, aka Murdoch. So we have a normal basic attack, then we have Shock Bullet. So in other games they've had a knockback on a shield, but enemies hit by a shock bullet are knocked back and slowed. Interesting. Wonder if that's going to be the same as his basic attack range. Is going to be really interesting for kiting. And then target check, fires multiple homing missiles at enemies. The missiles explode immediately upon hitting an enemy. That's going to be interesting. I wonder if they will follow outside of the range, or whether they'll stop, just explode once they hit a certain range. Commence bombardment, switches to a non-movable firing mode. When in position, sprays bullets that deal area damage ahead. This is gonna be wild. Pretty much this is gonna be, he crouches down in his ult position and then just sprays a bunch of bullets. Probably has a set amount, but it'd be kind of interesting to see how this works. And then his ultimate is the same as it is in Paragon or in Fault, which is rather interesting. And our final character that we're going to look at is Akam, which is Rampage. So he is normal basic attack. He has an R&B where it leaps to a select point, dealing damage to enemies. If holding a rock when leaping, the rock breaks upon landing, dealing additional damage and stunning enemies. This is rather interesting, kind of cool. Be interesting to see how this works. Q brute fling, lol. Pulls a rock from the ground. When the skill is used again, flings the rock, dealing additional damage and stunning enemy. When the skill is used again, so you have to press QQ to throw the rock. That's going to be rather interesting to kind of interesting and weird to use. I think they might probably have to change this, or maybe the wording is just weird. Earthquake Smash is basically the same as it is. It does a rumble and then damaging and slows enemies, and then his ultimate is the same. I'm really excited to play this game and also see this game and see how the balance is and see how it actually looks. I'm really excited. I actually really am excited. Hopefully you guys are too. I'll leave a Discord link in the description, which is the official Overprime Discord if you want to keep up to date with all the information, and also the website that I'm showing you, so you guys can look and check it out for yourself and the other characters' kits. But I have a question. Which character are you excited for Overprime that they currently have out? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, until next time, guys, see you next time. Peace, my dudes.